The man dismembered his boss and put the pieces into a meat grinder to destroy the evidence. Because a few days ago, his boss Dragon killed someone. As long as there are no surveillance cameras around, it would be very easy to help him cover it up. But at the time of the incident, a school bus happened to pass by. The students on the bus captured the whole scene on camera. Dragon rushed onto the bus and threatened the students. And as a result, his face was clearly captured and uploaded to the internet. With such direct evidence right in front of them, Bjorn could never help him get away with it. But Dragon said that he had hired Bjorn with money precisely to handle such matters for him. And no matter what, a way had to be found. Now that the video had gone viral online, how could the police not take action? Dragon would be arrested as soon as he stepped out of the door. When Dragon heard this, he suddenly thought of Bjorn taking his daughter to the villa. He suggested that he could hide in the trunk and follow them to the villa and then move to another place. He didn't expect that Dragon would actually use the child as a cover, and even called his daughter's name wrongly.
Si chiama Emily, figlia di puttana!
But his anger was nothing to Dragon. Either Bjorn drove them himself, or he would be the father of his daughter. Bjorn had no choice, so Dragon hid in Bjorn's car trunk. But just as Bjorn had expected, the car was stopped by the police as soon as it left the garage.
Dime lei ha visto Dragan Serkovic?
Si è nascosto nel bagagliaio.
This statement directly amused the police. After all, there were children in the car. The police didn't expect Bjorn to be so bold either. There were no more obstacles along the way. Just after successfully reaching the destination, Bjorn was about to open the trunk immediately, but the voice of his daughter calling Daddy reached his ears. So he ignored the curses coming from the trunk and turned around to play with his daughter. Fearing that the police might track him down through his mobile phone signal, Dragan didn't carry his phone. And in such scorching weather, in a cramped and airtight trunk, Dragan would soon die. The next day came quickly. It was finally time to take the daughter home. But as soon as they got into the car, they both smelled a strange odor. Fortunately, the daughter was easy to deceive. When her father said it was related to his work, she went along with it. Then he drove back to the villa. Even though he had mentally prepared himself, the moment he opened the trunk, he was overcome by the stench and threw up. But now Bjorn had to get to work and make sure this corpse vanished completely. Dragan was, after all, a 200-pound fat man. Even though Bjorn used tools, he still couldn't budge him an inch. Killing someone might be easy, but the aftermath is clearly a laborious task. Fortunately, there happened to be a crane in the warehouse, and Bjorn's work finally got on track. Lay down a waterproof pad and cover it with a plastic film, and a simple dismemberment workshop is considered complete. Just as he was about to start with the chainsaw in hand, Bjorn still felt at a loss as to where to begin. He desperately recalled the content of the mindfulness training method. When in doubt, just inhale and then exhale, and you will succeed because of the stench of the corpse. He would vomit. After vomiting, it meant that the negative emotions in his heart had been expelled. He finally gathered his courage. Since he didn't know where to start, he decided to begin with his arms. In fact, the feeling of cutting through the body is just like slicing a cake, incredibly smooth and fluid. Then all that's left is to bag the body parts and run them through a machine to turn them into minced meat. In this way, a living person completely vanishes from this world.